So, Hare Krishna and Namaskaram to everyone. So, welcome everyone to this first little lesson on simple Sanskrit. It's just like a very, very basic introduction, whereby we're just going to go through the Sanskrit alphabet. And once you all learn that, we're hoping that we can then practice that by doing shloka chanting, basically. And what I'd like us to do is probably, learn Vishnu Sahasranamam, which will really give everyone a good chance to practice whatever they've learned and to practice the syllables. Now, a lot of this depends upon you all actually learning the syllables and the sounds and the letters, etc. And only if you have done that and you're able to then identify it, then we're able to actually be able to progress. So it all depends upon you all, okay? So we'll just start with a little prayer. First of all, to Guru. It's very short, as you can see it on the screen here. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. And then this is a prayer to Lord Hayagriva, who is Lord Vishnu's form or incarnation, which rules over all knowledge. You know, it's understood that even Saraswati Devi gets her knowledge from the Supreme Lord as the form of Hayagriva. So we say, Shri Hayagrivaya Namaha. Jnanandamayam Devam Nirmalam Spadika Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe. So in future, when we have classes, I'll ask one of you to try to lead that. But of course, after you have gotten a chance to understand what the different symbols that you're seeing, the diacritic marks that you're seeing in front of you, what they mean. So we'll just go on to the alphabet. But one thing I'll just let you know before we carry on, though, is that we have one very important guest with us today. Is Gorakeshava Prabhu, also known as Keshavachari Swami, from Maui in Hawaii, and he also lives in Srirangam. Srila Prabhupada's disciple, who has installed many of the deities all over the world in ISKCON. And he is much more expert. He's my teacher. He's my dear friend. In so many ways, he has helped me in so many ways, learn so many things. And he's assisting here today. We're using his account and he's part of the team so that eventually, maybe if you all want to learn more advanced Sanskrit, then he could probably teach us the rules. He was showing me some of the rules yesterday, and it made me understand how much I'm not qualified, in all of the technicalities of Sanskrit chanting. So we'll go on now to the alphabet. So sorry for the little bent scan. Just turn that off, please. The bent scan of Sanskrit pronunciation guide. This is just a scan from Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. So all of you have the Bhagavatam. We sent out this on the group so that, everyone has their phones on them. And they can use their phones and they can practice. So we start with the vowels. Now, everyone is going to get a chance to chant today, but I'm just going to introduce you to the sounds of the vowels and then the sounds of the consonants. And as we go on, we'll understand that the Sanskrit alphabet, it uses 5 different parts of the mouth in order for us to pronounce the different sounds of the alphabet. And that once you understand that, that's why it's nicely labeled there: gutturals, palatals, cerebrals, dentals, labials, etc. Once you understand that, then you'll be able to remember how to pronounce each sound. Now, I'm thinking that most of you mainly want to learn the diacritics and the Roman transliteration that you find in Srila Prabhupada's books for chanting shlokas, etc. Any of you want to actually learn Devanagari, the actual Devanagari writing? Any of you? Yeah, you could put your hands up. Okay, so some of you want to actually learn Devanagari. So we have it actually, the Devanagari markings here also, the Devanagari letters. So again, now everyone's seeing that. So as I was saying, those who want to learn Devanagari, Keshavachari Swami, he introduced me to a nice website this morning also that you can practice with. We'll show you that at the end, that you could click on, and it will teach you how to write the Devanagari letters. and also how to sound them also, but we're going to try to learn that part now. So we start with the vowels, obviously, as like if you're learning any language, the vowels are considered very important. And it's very important that you learn especially how long that you sound each vowel. That's another thing that we'll discuss maybe later on, or maybe Keshava Swami could discuss, which is called Hasram and Dirgham. But anyway, just to make it simple, so we just start and I'll point at it. So, ah, 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 I, ooh, ooh. So you see that mark there? It's important you recognize these. Then we have ri, and then ri. And this one is a little bit of a tongue twister. Luckily, we hardly find this vowel very much in shlokas, etc. But anyway, this is lri, lri. It's la with a ri, like that. So it's lri. Okay. Then we have this e. Whenever you see an e in Sanskrit transliteration, it's actually pronounced a. And then we have a. So it's a. Then we have o, which is easy, as you can see there, o, au. And this is pronounced and aha. Okay. So who would like to practice these firstly? Anybody?
Hello.
I can practice first. How about I practice first?
Okay, so Keshava Swami is going to practice first.
I'm going to practice first. So starting with the vowels, the short vowel then longer I, u, ri, lit, a, I, o, ow, aha.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Now, if you're going to do it, then we ask you to do it twice. Okay, so you'll say all of the vowels twice.
Me.
Okay, so Rohini Priya.
A, E, U, Re, no, Re, T, A, I, O, aha.
That's good.
E, U, Re, T,
No,
A, I, O, aha.
So this one is pronounced like lre, lre. It's a l with a re, lre, like that, lre.
I can't hear the difference. Can you say it one more time, please?
It's lre, lre. You will hear it in the website when we give you the website. It actually sounds each one for you.
Thank you.
That's one of the things with actually doing Zoom. You don't really get, according to your microphone and your speakers, you wouldn't probably get the correct sound. So now we're just going on now to the consonants. If you just scroll that screen up, please, Swami. So remember, it's important in order for you to remember how to sound each one of these letters. You have to remember from which part of the mouth these sounds come from. So this first line of the consonants is considered to be called the gutturals. Why it's called the gutturals is because these sounds, you sound them actually from the back of the throat. And you don't actually use the tongue to sound them like for instance, the last one which we'll pronounce, you'll understand, you don't actually let the tongue touch any part of the mouth for the gutturals. Okay? So we have ka, ka. You have to remember that this is more accentuated. So it's ka, K, G, G. And this one is a little bit different, but as you remember, you're not moving letting the tongue touch anywhere, so it's pronounced N, N, N. It's kind of like in the word king, that ng, that ending, it's pronounced like that. So it's K, K, G, G, N, K, K, G, G, N. Okay? Who would like to practice that one? Remember to repeat, do it twice. Anyone, quickly?
Okay, I'll start.
Okay. Everybody's going to have to do it after, though.
Okay. K, ka, g, ga, ng. K, ka, g, ga, ng.
Very good. So now we have the palatals. The palatals also, they are sounded by the tongue. It's actually said that the tongue touching the back of the mouth. So whenever you see CA, because I think most of you, that's what you'll be looking for when you're reading, the Sanskrit transliteration. It's not pronounced ka. It's pronounced cha. Okay? Cha, cha, ja, ja. And this is pronounced nya, nya, like N-Y-A, nya. Okay? So cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. Hemamukhi would like to practice that?
Yes. So, cha, 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 nya.
Okay, your microphone doesn't sound so clear, but try it one more time.
Okay, hold on, let me see. Cha, 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 nya.
Okay, thank you very much.
Did it sound better there, Prabhu?
Slightly better. Slightly better. Now we have the cerebrals, and the way these are pronounced, and you will always just note that dot below that the T, so that you can differentiate it between this ta and that ta, that ta. Now the cerebrals, the way they are pronounced is touching the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Okay, so this is now ta, ta, da, da, and this is pronounced na. It's actually like it's pronounced like RNA, na, na, like that. This is actually so important for devotees because this is the na in Krishna. So everyone says Krishna, but it's Krishna, Krishna. And even in Ganesh, this is the na in Ganesh. So it's so important. My nephew, he actually says Ganapati Ganesh, Ganapati Ganesh. He actually pronounced it very correctly because he's learning from now. So again, ta, ta, da, da, na. Okay, Dev Rishi, would you like to practice that? We have Dev Rishi from Nigeria joining us here today. Are you there, Dev Rishi?
Yes, Swami, I'm here.
Perfect. So please practice the cerebrals. Just chant them twice.
Ta, ta, da, da, na.
Nice. Are you touching the roof of your mouth with your tongue?
Yes, yes, yes. Ta, ta, da, da, na.
Okay. Keshava Swami, do you agree with that? If you'd like to sound it.
Here I go.
Yes.
Ta, ta, da, da, na. Ta, ta, da, da, na.
Very nice. So the next line, we have the dentals. So these are a little bit easier, but like as Keshava Swami was telling me yesterday, we're supposed to, you're touching the teeth, as some say, they touch the teeth with the tongues. That's why it says dentals. But as Keshava Swami was explaining, actually, you know, we're more, as Westerners, we touch the tongue just above the teeth, you know, the incisors, the upper incisors. But anyway, we'll have a go at it. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Ta, ta, da, da, na. So these ones are a little bit easier. Okay? Who would like to try this one? Vasana Harini?
Just let me say that if you want to make a real distinction between the cerebrals and the dentals, two types of tus and two types of does, and two types of nus. Try the cerebrals, the tongue should flip back to and touch the top of the mouth. The dentals, if you really want to make a distinction, touch the tip of the teeth, the top teeth, right? People tend to touch the back of the teeth or the top of the back of the teeth, but if you touch the tip of the teeth, you'll really get a different sound than the cerebrals. So I'm going to have a go. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Ta, ta, da, da, na.
Perfect. So now we do the labials. And the labials are using the lips, the tongue and lips basically, but more of the lips. So these are also considered a bit easier for us to pronounce. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. A lot of Hindi speaking people, even though they're not supposed to even, you know, they mix it with Urdu, they like to say fa. But there's no fa in Sanskrit. There's pa. So it's pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Okay? So I'll ask my wife to do the labials, please. Shama Vallabha.
Pa, pa. No, hang on. Pa, pa. Ba, pa, ma.
Very good.
All right.
Again?
Oh. Pa, pa. Ba, pa, ma.
Perfect. Next, we have the semi-vowels. Ya, ra, la, va. Ya, ra, la, va. The sibilants, these are supposed to be S sounds. And we have three different types of S sounds in Sanskrit. We have sha, sha, and sa. Sha as in Shiva, Lord Shiva. And then we have sha as in Shanmukha, Shanmukha. So you see, it's kind of like it's a softer sha, like that. This is sha. This is sha, which is like Shanmukha, who is Kartikeya, basically, Lord Shiva's son. And then this one is the easier one, Saraswati. Saraswati. So sha, and sa. So who would like to practice first the semi-vowels and then the sibilants? Keshava Swami, you want to do these two also?
Yeah, okay, I'll start. I just want to say something about the semi-vowels, right? The ya is a palatal. Ya is a palatal, right? Ra is a cerebral. La is a labial. La is a, maybe la is a cerebral. Anyway, we'll go into it later. Va, the thing about va is sometimes people say wa. Wa and va are two different things. Va, you're using the top teeth and the lip. So it's actually the teeth and the lips. Va. But wa is only with the lips. Wa. And so anyway, that's a distinction. So ya, ra, la, va. Ya, ra, la, va. And the sibilants. Sha, sa, sh, sha, sa, Shiva,
Right.
Shiva, Shanmukha, Saraswati.
Very nice. And the other thing is like Bengali people, they don't generally even say va. They say ba for everything. They don't usually pronounce va. And the last one, well, it has the last two here. If you just move the screen up a little bit, Swami. Let me see. I'm not able to do it from here.
Let me see if I can move it up.
Yeah. So then we have the aspirate, ha. Now they say that when you're saying ha, you're supposed to feel like a slight, like a slight movement by the navel, So ha, ha. And then you'll see this, sometimes you see in Sanskrit, in shlokas, you see this apostrophe. In the Devanagari, we have what is called the avagraha, which is a very, very slight, very, very short, which actually joins words together. Anything you can say about avagraha again, Swami?
Avagraha is a sign in Sanskrit where there was an a short a or a long a, and due to some grammar rule, it's been taken away. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. We might say in Bhagavad Gita, we say te piyanti paramgata. Te api yanti paramgata is from Bhagavad Gita. So te api becomes te pi. Instead of te api, we get te pi, or we might get sorjuna. We might see sorjuna. Sa arjuna becomes sorjuna. So avagraha arjuna. Right? So te api becomes te pi. Te avagraha pi. So this apostrophe shows where there's an a taken out for some grammatical reason.
Okay. So how does everyone feel about that so far? Because now everyone is going to get a chance to say the entire alphabet from beginning to end, sound the entire alphabet. And we're going to be going through very quickly. But this time we won't have to do it twice, just once, because it'll take a long time. Okay? So how does everyone feel? Everyone feels okay? Okay, lovely.
Yes.
Okay, so Rohini, you are first.
A, I, U, R, A, I, O, aha, G, Ng, Ch, J, N, T, D, N, D, N, T, D, N, B, M, Y, R, L, V, Sh, S, H.
Okay, nice. It's just that between the cerebrals and the dentals, you need to be able to distinguish them carefully. So you want to try those again?
I want to make a suggestion about this. I hear people saying I, e, u. This short u is not it's u. It's u. 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 Much better.
Mm-hmm. So you want to try the cerebrals again?
Can I hear them one more time, please?
T, T, D, D, R. T, T, D, dha, na.
Ta, ta, da, ta, na. Ta, ta, da, ta, na.
Have you been trying to touch the top of your mouth with the tongue when you're saying it? Okay. 'Cause I'm not hearing it so clearly, but okay. As long as you try to, and you can differentiate when you have that T with that dot underneath it, and you have a normal TA like that. As that, you have to be able to differentiate that and pronounce it properly. And you have to try to pronounce every single syllable and every single letter properly. Anybody else to give a, those who haven't, Devendra, did you come in late or you here from the beginning? I'm sure.
I now join,
Okay, so you,
but I could still try.
okay.
Yeah. A, I, U, R, ri, I, A, O.
This letter is pronounced lri, lri, lri. Then A, O, ow, aha. So you
Okay.
can try that last part again.
Okay.
So that's lri, A, O, ow, aha.
Aha.
Okay, but what about the line before that?
Okay, so E. The I is pronounced as E.
No, this is pronounced as lri, lri, lri.
Okay, so
That first letter is an L with a dot under it. It's not a capital I. It's an L with a dot under it.
Okay, so li. Yeah.
A,
Li, I, O, ow,
aha.
aha.
Okay.
Just a quick note on the diphthongs here. A, I, O, ow are what we call diphthongs. They're slightly longer than a short. Anyway, we'll get into that later. But the first one, when we see E and when we see O, right? We have to remember that in Sanskrit these are long. These are not short. In English, we have a short E like in pet. There's no in Sanskrit. There's only a. Not a. Not o. Not a. Not o. So they're both long. They're not short.
Okay.
So Bodhi, would you like to give a go?
Yes. So ka, ga, na. Cha, ja, nya. Ta, da, na. Ta, da, na. Pa, ba, ma. Va, ra, la, va. Sa, sha, ha.
Okay, I think you got that. Just do the semi-vowels over again, please, starting with ya.
Just okay. So
Are you seeing it?
yeah, sa, sha.
No, the semi-vowels. Ya, ra, la, va. Ya, ra, la, va.
Okay. Ya, ra, la, va. Sa, sha.
That first one is not sa. First one is sha.
Okay.
Sha.
Sha, sa.
That is also sha. That's sha. Sha. So sha, sha, sa.
Okay. Sha, sha, sa, ha.
Okay. Good attempt. Even though you weren't here earlier. Good attempt. And Subhuti Chaitanya, just you will do now, and then whoever else hasn't done it before. And then we'll just go it over again. And I think that will be it for now. If you have any questions in it, or if anything Keshava Swami would like to add to that, that will be able to help them in any way. Who's next? Hema Mukhi, you want to give it a go?
Yes.
Okay. So the vowels: a, I, u, u, r,
Re,
ri, lri,
re,
lri,
re. Mm-hmm.
lri, a, o, aha,
Mm-hmm.
ka, ga, na,
No,
cha, nya,
no,
cha,
Nya is the next one. Now is remember you're not you're just saying it from your throat only without letting your tongue touch any other part of your mouth. So, nga,
nya,
nga, nga.
nya,
Yeah,
nya,
yeah.
cha, ja, nya,
Mm-hmm.
ta, da, na,
Ra, ra, na. It's a
na,
kind of like ra,
na,
na. It's like a, yeah, but that's,
na, na,
uh-huh.
ta, da, na. Okay, yes. Pa, ba, ma. Ya, ra, la,
Not
va.
ya,
Huh?
not ya.
Ya,
Ya, ra,
ra, la, va. Sha, shra,
sha,
sa,
sha, sa.
sha, shra, sa, ha.
Yeah, I
Ah.
think that was very good. What do you think, Keshava Swami? Do you think that was good? Or you have any corrections in that?
Oh, that was very good.
Yeah, I think that was very good. And your cerebrals were very good. Okay.
I did this as a child, so I have some memory.
Good. Then you can teach others. And Subudhi, you're next, and then Dev Rishi.
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
I find quite similar from the mother tongue and those people. For me, it's Bengali almost similar, but I'll try to do the English way. So,
Don't mix it up with the Bengali. This is Devanagari. This is Sanskrit. So
yeah,
don't get it mixed up with the Bengali. You'll
all
have to
right.
learn the songs as they are here.
Okay, so ah, ah,
Oh,
e,
ah.
o, ah, e,
And
e,
it's not oh. That's the thing, because in Bengali they say oh, they don't say So ah.
ah, e, e, u, u, o,
No, re.
ri, ri,
Mm-hmm.
e,
No,
I,
no, it's lri, lri.
re,
No, lri. It's a l with a
re,
re. A l
re,
with a re. So it's lri.
e,
A,
oi,
A,
o,
and not oi, a. Because it's Bengal, not Bengali again. That's the problem. You're mixing it with the Bengali. A, a.
e, e, a, u,
O,
o,
ow,
o, o,
ow.
o, o.
Aha. Okay,
Okay.
do you want to start from again?
A, a, e, e, o, o,
No, not oo. Not o. Ooh. Ooh.
u, 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 re, re,
Re, re. Re,
re,
re.
re,
Mm-hmm.
e,
No, it's not a. It's le, 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 l, re. Lri. Lri.
Re.
Okay. We'll have to correct that later on. And carry on.
A,
Next one.
oi.
A. No oi. A.
A,
A. Mm-hmm.
A, I,
O.
O,
This is not I. This is O.
O, O.
Uh-huh.
Ka, ga.
No. You
Ha,
forgot the anuswar. No. Aha.
aha. Okay.
Okay. Carry on.
A, ka, ga, na. Cha, ja, na.
Nya.
Nya. Cha, da, na.
That sounds like dentals. Are you touching your tongue to the roof of your mouth when you're saying them? Ka, da,
Cha,
ra.
da, na.
Okay.
Da, da, na.
Mm-hmm.
Pa, ba, ma.
Mm-hmm.
And ja, ra, la, ba.
Mm-hmm.
Sa,
Not
sa,
ba, not ba,
Oh yeah, sorry.
not ba.
Correct. It's not. It's
sa,
va. It's va.
ba,
It's no. The ba is you already did ba, so it's va.
ba.
Ya, ra, la, va.
Ja, ra, la, ba.
Okay.
Sa, sa,
And
ha,
there's ha. Ha.
ha.
You have to sound the avagraha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I just say something here for a sec? Okay. People who are native Bengali speakers are going to pronounce their alphabet a little bit differently, as we noticed here. What we're trying to do is instead of o, the very first letter is a, not o. Then so we have a, not o a, right? So then when we have, if you have here, then you've got I, u, ri, right? Now when you get to ri, it's also a little difficult in Bengali. There's a tendency to not pronounce all the letters in a conjunct. So if we say we want to pronounce L-R-I, ri, then sometimes we don't hear the ri. We don't hear the. Some people actually pronounce ri as li, and it's okay. Li is also acceptable. Then we have A-I-O-Al. The AI sound in Bengali is oi, but it's not. We can't pronounce oi if we're pronouncing Sanskrit properly. We have to pronounce it as I, A-I-O-Al. Now, then we have the Anushwar and Visarga. Now, I know it's written here as an M with a dot on the top of it, but we should pronounce a short A before it. And then the tendency will be to say this also as the N in the French word bon. So when we say good in French, we say bon. And it's a pure nasal. It's just the air coming out of the nose. Bon. So this Anushwar is also like that. So anyway, we can say then aha. We also say a short A before the H with the dot under it, and we echo the A slightly afterwards. Aha. Then yeah. So then when what I heard you also saying was you not making any distinction between the Alpa Prana and the Maha Prana. What I mean by that is the first column here, when we've got the different types of sounds, the first column, ka, cha, ta, ta, pa, like that, these are all with less air. And the next column, ka, ka, cha, ta, ta, pa, have more breath. They're called mahapran. So when we see that in the transliteration, when we see a H added, well, so what's the difference between Ka and Kha? The difference is more air. So try to say ka on the in breath and ka on the out breath, like this, with more breath. The other thing which Bengali speakers, native Bengali speakers, are going to have a big problem with is first of all, the va, which they pronounce as ba because they only have one letter for ba and va. So you have to be careful of that and just say, and try to learn va as different from ba. Ba will be pronounced only with the lips. Ba, ba, ba. Va will be pronounced with the teeth and the lips. The top teeth touch.
It's like a Bharat. Va.
Well, yeah, Bharat. Bharat means India. Yes, Bharat. Bharat is ba, but Vada is va. So va, you have the top teeth touching the bottom lips. Va. Then the sibilants are also difficult for Bengali speakers, right? The three S's are pronounced exactly the same in Bengali, pretty much. So they don't make a big distinction about them. So the first one is sha, 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 sha. Try to keep the tongue as flat as possible. Sha. Say sha with the tongue flat. Sha. Then flip the front of the tip of the tongue back, touching the top of the mouth to say the next one. Sha, 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 sha. And then simple sa, 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 sa. That's the third one. So they're the problem areas for native Bengali speakers.
The last shaw would be small breath, less breath.
All of the S's are less breath.
But the last one I would say like a Saraswati. First one is Sashata, Sashat.
See, you're saying Saraswati. In Bengali, you're saying Saraswati, but it's actually Sarasvati. Sarasvati.
Saraswati. Okay.
Yeah, but in Bengali, people will say Saraswati. We want to get the Sanskrit pronunciation, and the Bengali pronunciation is going to be a little bit different.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Dev Rishi, you have a go of it, and I think then we'll more or less call it a day. We'll just look at the website.
Okay, Sumi. E, u, re, li.
You could do it a little bit slower. Start again. E, ooh,
E, u, re, li, e. Ow.
Okay. What did you?
Mom.
No. Okay. I'll do it first, and then you go after me.
Okay.
E.
Okay.
Let me finish it first. Watch carefully. E. U. Re. A. O. Ow. Aha. Okay. I see your son is learning it at the same time. He may surpass you. He's learning it now. Anyway, you have a go now.
You said?
You can have a go now.
Okay. E, u, re, Re.
Re.
Li.
Re.
E. Re. Re.
Not re. Re. Re.
Okay. Re. Re.
No, no. Re. Re. Re.
Re. Okay.
Re.
Re. Re.
Uh-huh.
Re. 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 Re.
Good.
Li.
Re.
E.
Mm-hmm.
Li. Li. E.
Uh-huh.
E. E. U.
No, no, no.
E.
A.
O.
Look at this one. Look at this. I don't know if you're seeing my cursor. You see my mouse? A.
Yes.
A. A.
Okay.
A. O. O. A. A. O. O. Okay, try that again.
A. A. O. Ow.
Okay, I think your internet connection just
Is it
messed up.
okay?
Yeah.
It's good
So
for
we'll try that
Samaveda. For Samaveda, it's very good.
A. A. O.
A. No, no, it's not.
O.
It's not a. It's A. A. O. O.
A. A. O. Ow.
Good. One more time.
A. A. O. Ow.
Right, and now Anuswara.
M.
No, it's I know that because it has a yeah you pronounce it like there's an A in front of it. And then sarga.
Aha.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to the vowels. I mean, sorry, the consonants. The consonants.
Ka. Ka. Ga. Ga. Na.
Oh, I heard.
Cha.
Okay. So
Cha.
wait. Say again. Ka. Ka.
Ka. Ka. Ka. Ka. Ka. Ga. Ga. Na. Na.
Nga. Nga.
Cha. Cha. Yeah. Na.
Uh-huh. Cha.
Cha. Cha. Ja. 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 Na.
Nya.
Nya. Jnana.
I don't know if it's like Jnana, but anyway, yeah, Gyan. It's a different one, but anyway, carry on.
Okay. Ta. Ta. Da. Da. Na.
Ka. Ka. Ga. Ga. Ra. Ka.
Yeah.
Ka. Ga. Ga. Ra.
Ta. Ta. Da. Da. Na.
Hmm? Okay.
Ta. Ta. Da. Ta. Ta. Da. Da. Na.
Okay. They need a little bit more work, but anyway, carry on. Dentals.
Pa. Pa.
Oh, you
Pa.
already done the dentals.
Pa. Pa. Ba. Ba. Ma.
Ma.
Ma. Okay. Ya. Ra. La. Va.
Mm-hmm.
Sha. Sa. Sha. Sha. Sa.
Sha. I mean, sha. Sha. Sa. Try again.
Sha. 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 Sa.
Okay, and that sa is sa.
Sa. Okay.
Last one.
Ha.
Ha. Any comments, Swami?
Okay, Swami. I'm going to have a go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. I, u, re, re. A, I, O, ow. Aha. K, g, ng. ch, ch, j, j, nya. Ta, ta, da, da, ra. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, sa, ha. So I also want to say here, I'd like to chant the nasals, the ends, and I'd like to chant all the ends together so that everybody hears the nasals. So if you see the last column here, the last column, vertical column of all the N's and the M's. So starting at the top, ng, like in king, king, A-N-G in king, ng. The next one down, nya, like N-Y, N-Y-A, nya, nya. It can also, some people say jnana, some people say jnana. Both are correct. Then the third one, the N in Ganesh or in Krishna, like R-N-A, ra, ra, ra. The next one, dental on the teeth, na, na, na. And the final, ma, ma, ma. So all together, from top to bottom, that vertical column is going to be nga, nya, ra, na, ma. Nga, nya, ra, na, ma.
Lovely. So thank you very much. Everyone needs to practice, practice, and practice until you memorize the sounds of the different letters of the Devanagari alphabet. And you have to also try practicing recognizing them. So you could probably try writing them out and recognizing where the dots are, etc., and the different diacritic markings are, so you can tell the difference. So if we master this by the next class, whenever that will be, we'll discuss on the group, then we can go on to, chanting the shlokas, where a lot of different rules will come through while we actually start chanting the shlokas. As I said, we'll use Vishnu Sahasranama as the basis for which we can practice that. Just to introduce you to the website, Keshava Swami, if you could just pull up that website that you.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a screen of the website. I'm also gonna share the audio for the screen, so you will see when I share this. Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Okay, I think we lost Rupa Swami for a second. Is he there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. All right. So let me just see. I think I have to set the settings. There are settings here on this website. We'll put the URL or the link for the website in WhatsApp, and we'll also put it on the chat here. So if I play audio as mouse hover, so yes, I turn that on. I can put the details, and I can put to show extended information and close this window. Okay, so everybody sees the. Everybody sees the, whoops, hang on. Everybody sees the alphabet a little bit. Okay, so if I do this.
A, I, U, R, L, E, I, O, Au, A, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Nya, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, na, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha.
So did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's there's a lot more on this website, but that's a beginning. And everybody can, if they want to hear the correct sound, they just click on the letter and you'll get the correct sound.
So thanks very much. Any questions? Okay, so I thank you very much and hope that you all learned something today, and please practice, and we will meet again sometime. We'll come up with some dates and times again for the next meeting, and hopefully we'll be able to move on from then. Thank you again, and Hare Krishna,
Swami,
Namaskaram.
Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bye bye.
Hare Krishna.